watch them grow, perceive, devote. This is the seed, light the show, watch them grow.
Every single full moon, I take everything out of my meditation space. I vacuum off my meditation pillow. I drag out all of my tapestries, so it's completely empty, as you can see, and I wipe down the shelves, and everything is empty. Next thing I do is I clean my crystals. I clean them in a glass bowl because I don't trust what's in plastic. I just put a few at the bottom of the bowl, and then I give it a salt bath. Today I'm using kosher salt. You can use whatever type of salt you want. I swirl it around in the salt, give it a salt bath, and then I add water to it. And then I just swirl it around in the water until I feel like all the salt has dissolved. As I'm swirling it, I'm just visualizing all of the negativity, impurities leaving the crystals. Then I dump out the salt water, add clean water, and I rinse the crystals that way. I have my thing laid out so I can just lay them out. My chakra crystals, I make sure they're laid out face up because I am going to put them out in the full moon and get a little sunlight charge. So I spread them out so they're not laid on top of each other and they could all be touched by the sun and the moon. And then I just repeat this process with all of my stones. These are going in. The next is the salt. And that's the process of cleaning the crystals. Okay, so I got them all laid out. I don't submerge my Buddha for obvious reasons. I just wipe him down with a damp cloth. Nor my mala, I don't submerge those, or my pens for journaling for obvious reasons. And now I'm just going to pick the crystals that I want to use for my moon water. First up is going to be my red Jasper, this little guy. He promotes emotional stamina, self-confidence, emotional protection, courage, calm and relaxation, and increased sexual vitality. I'm going to plop him in. Next is going to be my 7-layer chakra stone. I love this stone because you can just balance out and heal all 7 chakras at once. So I'm just charging my chakras with this stone. Gently plop that in. Next up is going to be my ride or die stone, which is the tiger's eye. The tiger's eye always has to go in my moon water. It stimulates taking action, accomplishing goals, manifesting money, blocking any curses or any ill wishes. So fuck them bitches, plop that in. I love this stone. It's great. It goes in every time. And now I'm just going to look around for any more goodies that I can plop into my moon water. And I do believe I plopped in the rainbow fluorite. Yep, the rainbow fluorite's going in. And that is good for increased concentration, encourage positivity, improves both mental and physical balance and coordination. So everything is outside now. I make sure everything is facing the sun so they can get charged up. My moon water is out and we are ready for this full moon tonight. I also put out my tablecloths and my rug that goes inside my meditation space just so they can get that clean air and spring air from all of the smudging smoke and instant smoke that goes on in my meditation space. In my backyard, I have my tapestry, so Buddha's back there in the sunlight, in the spring air, and Elle's back there. It would be ideal to have one of those old school clothes hangers so they can swing in the spring breeze, but you know, a bitch gotta do what a bitch gotta do. And then throughout the day, I just stock my crystals, peeking out the window, make sure nobody's touching my shit because I will punch one of my neighbors. That night, it was just nice to see that the moon was shining directly down on my front porch, charging my crystals with all of that moon magic. So in the morning, as the sun is rising, I go outside. Hello, lovelies. They are nice and happy and charged up by the moon. My moon water is good to go, but there's still one more step that I like to do, and that is charging it with music. So I put them by my downstairs TV, my moon water in front of one speaker and the crystals in front of another speaker, and I go on YouTube and I pick a Reiki music for charging crystals. I think this is the only one that I could ever really find, and it's beautiful, so I just use it. And I charge my crystals while I'm doing yoga and meditating, and then I go and I flip cards for people in my Facebook group. So these stay here actually for a couple of hours in front of this music. You can hear it here. Or maybe you can't. Anyway, I'll put a link below of the playlist so you guys can hear the music that charges my crystals. Okay, so I've already put my tapestries and my rug and my tablecloth back in, so everything's already back set up. My altar's pretty much set up. I just have to put my crystals back on. I just give them one more polish before I put them in their little places. So my chakra stones go in my little wooden box there. Everything has a place. I'm just setting everything up. This is not how you have to set up your altar. This is just my own altar space. It goes however the fuck you want it to go. Those are the bracelets I use for readings. Just polishing off my stones. And I'm also setting intentions and saying thank you, thank you, thank you to the stones, because they do a lot. Then my tiger's eye earrings, and put those on my altar until after I get out of the shower. Oh, can't forget my malachite. Abundance, baby. I love that stone. And there you have it. I love that my altar swirls around like that. I just fucking love it. So everything's back in, everything's clean and clear and charged by the moon and freshened up by that spring air, and I just love it. So one more month and then I do it all over again, and that's it.
Watch them grow, perceive, devote. This is the seed, light the show. Watch them grow.